And so if you're wanting change to come sooner to you, you've got to define the frequency. Nikola Tesla says this: to change anything, you change the frequency. So in my space clearing, I always have my clients define who they are and then also what their space is about. And this is done through the hexagram of the home. So the hexagram of the home is according to the I Ching, where it is like the barcode. And so the barcode is like a radio tower, so that it could attract it to you. You want to pick out 3 energies for it. So my past hexagram that I did for the summer was fresh, blooming, and return. The return was the return to beauty and grace. Fresh was because I was on a low histamine diet where everything had to be fresh, and I wanted every day to be a fresh start. And I was working on my business where I wanted new, fresh systems. And then blooming is for things to bloom because it was like summer, right? And so now it's the Lionsgate portal and eclipse season and going into fall. So I want to direct this for expansion. And so my new hexagram will be smooth expansion, aligned prosperity, and rich relationships. You don't have to be fancy with this. I've done it where I just stuck a post-it because I knew it and I wanted it for just one day. And then sometimes I just didn't have stuff. And when I'm in the mood, I gotta do it then and anchor it. And then I can attract it to me faster. Ideas, people, solutions, books. It's weird how like it just happens, but I am a believer in it. This is why I've been doing this for 10 years. So it does not have to be fancy, like I said. And if you can have something to anchor it with, like jewelry or a symbol, I've done crosses. So it just changes for me all the time. And I work with what I have. So up there on the inside of the main doorway is where the hexagram is. In the old I Ching, it would be a symbol. But I've changed it up and combining like all these different forms of clearings. So the last one, I just used one of these things, and I put in the energy for it. This time around, I'm doing a bell, and I've done this before, but I chose to fold it in a heart. Origami is so fun, right? I like to make things fun because spirituality should be playful. And then I just wrote it on this piece of paper. I'm going to tape it on there, and I'm going to tape this. So in order to do this, first of all, you want to make sure that you are in a calm, clear state in the frequency. So right now, my frequency is smooth expansion. So you can do that with the I am statement. I am Tui Dom, born on April 3rd, 1978, and I am smooth expansion. And then you're going to make sure that you're that with either breath work or some form that is best for you. Sometimes I just do that and I drop with my toes to anchor myself. And then you got to define the space because the universe needs to know what it's working with. So then you're going to say, I define this space, and you give the address of the place. I've already done this for myself. And so then you're going to ask that please remove any old energies adversely affecting the occupants of this space. Please remove any old energies adversely affecting the occupants of this space. And you're going to do something of a sound vibration to remove it. So clapping works. I use my tuning fork. I use my singing bowls. I also use a pendulum sometimes. That doesn't have sound, but it's different energetically. And then there's my divining rods. So then, now that I removed it, I will ask for the new hexagram to be installed. Please install the new energies of smooth expansion, aligned prosperity, and rich relationships to be installed on this grid of give the address. Do another form of sound or divination. All right, and then you just put it on there. With me personally, when I do a clearing, I do that. Sometimes I write it on the sidewalk with chalk. I amplify it. I do 2 sources of it. If it's like a real estate place that's a home for sale, I won't do that technically with the physical aspect of it, but I will do it energetically. So I think you get my point. Give this a try and then see how it attracts to you. When you have a professional do it, I walk through the space and then I define the space, and then my body will feel like where there's like maybe a conflict with where I will clear the old energy of that area, and so that it can amplify for the hexagram.